Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. And it's been home cooking for the Spurs in the midst of a homestand here in San Antonio. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Not a lot of competition, really. I mean, they're playoff caliber and took care of business against a team that wasn't playoff caliber and maybe still isn't.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Andrew Wiggins is out there with Garnett. And it's Mr. Fundamentals. Then there's Mr. Incredible. And it's Serbiak in the 2 spot.
If they think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him, they're mistaken.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season, but he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
David Robinson with the rebound. Leonard kicks to Robinson. Inside. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Richardson dishes. To Robinson. Richardson, good.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
They get a hand on it. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Here's Serbiak. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Here's Garnett. Baseline jumper. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Richardson, no luck.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And there's the pass to Serbiak. 5 on the clock. Wiggins passes to Mr. Incredible. And now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Here's Aldridge. Garnett with the block. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Towns, he's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. Now off the inbound. Leonard. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Duncan, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Minnesota. Bean comes in for Mr. Incredible. And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
The first one falls.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
And the Spurs with some changes. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Robinson. Elliott comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Green in for Richardson. Cassell, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Now here's Towns. Here's Garnett. 11 feet away. And that one hits back iron. Here's Elliott. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Stolen by LaVine. He got that one up quick. Prince has got his first points of the game. Green kicks to Hollins. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
At the line for the Spurs,
Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Walker Duncan dishes to Gervin. Back to Duncan. Towns comes with a double team. Here's Gervin. A three ball. Here's Green. Gervin right side. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first. Screen by Duncan. Elliott passes to Green. And Hollins with the stuff.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Elliott. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Gervin. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And stolen by Hollins. Here's Gervin. It's deflected.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hollins passes to Elliott. From deep, Green. The rebound by Prince. Here's Levine. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And that one misses. And a double-digit lead on the...
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
They've pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Timberwolves trail by 11. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Mills and Manu at the guards. Boris Diaw is out there with Richardson. And it's Hollins in at the 3, the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. The feed to Levine. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Down low. Here's Mikan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 6 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
And, you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins. With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Minnesota. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Serbiak passes to Garnett. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Boy, great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
At the line for your Spurs, Ryan Holmes.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Robinson's checked in for Ginobili. Aldridge comes in for Boris Diaw. Leonard, he's checked in for Jason Richardson. And Parker's subbed in for Patty Mills. Well, as Greg was just talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammon, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And, Mark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27, had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
And the Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in. Out to the wing. And they double up Garnett. Timberwolves passing it around. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. Well, we knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs are sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose 1 game, and they're all the way back to 6.
And it's Leonard, top of the key. That's good. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
Garnett with it. Picked up by Aldridge. And he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Right through the D for the layup. Mr. Incredible's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Outside Leonard. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night. To the paint. Here's Garnett. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And how about that instant response?
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Passes it to Robinson. Parker kicks to Green. Green missing again. And continuing our talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
And the Spurs with some changes. Duncan, he's checked in for Aldridge. And Elliott subbed in for Green. And a change for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. 1:49 left in the first half. Sprewell, the pass to Wiggins. Outside Leonard. Dishes to Robinson. Garnett with the block. Gervin's checked in for the Spurs. Richardson comes in for Tony Parker. On defense, San Antonio. Towns, the pass to Zerbiak. It's Prince on the wing. The three. The shot misses. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. And, yes, sir, that one drops. And it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. San Antonio making a switch here. Diaw's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Walker's checked in. Releases. And it's Gervin missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Fades and shoots. No good on that last second attempt there. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Spurs lead by 10. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
Now, your Spurs dance team.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
What a game for Garnett. He has 14 points and 2 rejections. I'll tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? he's been clicking there as well.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's been a clinic from Kevin Garnett.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And the interior defense has to get tougher here in the second half. He's making them look really bad.
Checking out the group for Sam Mitchell to start the second half. Towns is out there with Garnett. Then there's Mr. Incredible. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Serbiak in at the 2 guard. Robinson kicks to Richardson. Robinson drives in. No luck. Excellent D there from Garnett. A lot of comparisons have been made about Andrew Wiggins. Kobe Bryant, in fact, Clark went as far as to say that he sees a lot of himself in Wiggins as a player.
Ultimate compliment there. I mean, that's exactly what Kobe Bryant just gave him. Wiggins has the chance to reach that level, I think. How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
It's stolen. One-on-one fast break. That's good. 18 points for Garnett.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and then excellent transition offense.
And really, it all stems from the aggressive defense. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Talking about Kobe, seeing Wiggins as a young version of himself. The skill set Wiggins has is eerily similar to that of a young Kobe.
And Gervin kicks to Robinson.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Serbiak passes to Garnett. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
For me, the one thing that set Kobe apart and made him a champion really was his work ethic. If Wiggins can improve and work like Kobe did, then like Kobe, the sky could be the limit.
Here's Leonard. It's blocked. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. A different look now for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Gervin. And it's Mills in for Jason Richardson. And here is Aldridge. He's got 8. Ginobili attacking. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Ginobili's got his first basket of the night.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Elliott's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Levine's checked in for Mr. Incredible.
And with the Wolves on the road, that they shot threes better and had better offense, they would still lose by double digits on average.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Antonio.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Mills with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Lets it go from deep. Mills can't hit.
And, you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road games.
And stolen by Hollins. Wiggins with the block. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Duncan. Look at that.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Ginobili gets a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Spurs leading by 17. Mills dishes to Hollins. Towns with the steal. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got his second bucket tonight.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Now here's Ginobili. 5 points in the game. San Antonio calls timeout.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please.
Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in a more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
A different look now for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Ryan Hollins. Green comes in for Elliott. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Parker kicks to Green. Fires the three.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Now here's Parker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 17-foot shot on the way. And the basket good. And the Spurs lead by 17.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Diaz. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Diaz got 8. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's McDermott. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Spurs ball.
Spurs leading by 19 points. Now here's Parker. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Green kicks to Parker. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Here's Diaw. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Spurs out in front, up 19. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Spurs shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. They've got Richardson. Aldridge out there with Robinson. Then there's Gervin. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. That's to Mr. Fundamentals. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Richardson kicks to Aldridge. Here's Robinson. Minnesota with the rebound. Mr. Fundamentals got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Spurs ball.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Spurs leading by 19 points. Richardson the pass to Aldridge. And he converts the layup.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
There's the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. He dishes it to Garnett. Robinson with the block. And they'll keep possession. Richardson with it. And Aldridge slams it in.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything. In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. Might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Well, Greg, it would work out for Minnesota with all those losses. They got the lucky bounce, Clark, and the #1 pick in the draft.
And, you know, it's the first time in a long time that the worst team in the league actually got the top pick in the draft, allowed Minnesota to add another great young big to complement Rookie of the Year, Andrew Wiggins.
For 3.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Here's Richardson. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Garnett. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Serbiak. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one is off. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Hit his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The 3. And that one's good. And that's now 11 points for Mr. Incredible. Oh, wow. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Way to work it up quick. That's a nice break.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Garnett. And that one is hammered home.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Garnett with the block. It's rebounded by Leonard.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference. And, you know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
Passes it to Mr. Fundamentals. To the inside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Boris Diaz checked in for Robinson. Elliott comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Gervin. And it's Mills in for Jason Richardson. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Minnesota. Pass to Zerbiak. And that one's good.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Timberwolves trail by 18. Here's Prince. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And stolen by Prince. Kicks it out to Garnett.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
First one falls for him. And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Spurs.
And Clark, they really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Timberwolves.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Robinson. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling. Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow. And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
What a pass by the fearless Manu Ginobili. Great teamwork.
Garnett. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, smell antifreeze. The land with big brothers bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. I'm Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect, you're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, could last on the planet deserted. That's the word like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swan medical team. Lead troopers, a league of supreme. Rest your luck with sleep, go home, the biggest loser, huh? I'll have the last laugh like the last comic standing. Make it the band play as you walk up stage empty-handed. And I'm taking home America's next top model. Back to the bachelor pad, show us some. Newspaper boy, dog, fetch me my slippers. Feed me, do the dishes if you need me. Everybody's so emo, everyone expects emotion. While I'm holding on to long-term solution to that notion that everything must go, be shown off, be bad, be thrown into the lions as if the crowd cares. Summer at the burger street, cooking on the grill. Still looking for something stupid, I can't walk home alone. No. Need a shoulder to lean on, I need a coat. Come on. Music's my meal ticket. If I could keep living on to get time ticking like waiting in line, and you don't get in. No weight to no hole, and the weight of the game is breaking your soul. Keep changing your game, playing the role. Keep telling my family short like Tolkien readers. Let it think go hard to pick up teeth with broken fingers, and I humble myself till I was hollow inside. But no more, I get the zipper, you can swallow my pride.
De respuestas con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que vive en cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para ver los sitios y despertar el ojo ciego, sin miedo, tú y yo. Descolonicemos lo que nos enseñaron, con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada. Vengo sin temor a no perder nada. Vengo como el niño que busca de su morada, la entrada al origen, la vuelta de su cruzada. Vengo a buscar la historia silenciada, la historia de una tierra saqueada.
Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros. Vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones. Vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida al punto de partida. Vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida. Vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo.
Vengo con mis ideas como escudo, con el sentir humano, a vivir este mundo donde el hombre nuevo busca el contrapunto. Vengo humano, vengo como tú, en busca de la huella, de la pieza del árbol y de su corteza, que guarda en su memoria que el canto de victoria cuando vimos de la tierra lloramos con tal euforia. Ya abrimos así nuestros brazos tan encadilados y nos acurrucamos al origen de los tiempos, a la fuente del universo donde yace el sentimiento de vivir este comienzo. Vengo con la sangre roja, con los pulmones llenos de rimas en mi boca, con los ojos rasgados, con la tierra en las manos. Venimos con el mundo y venimos con su canto. Vengo a construir un sueño, el brillo de la vida que habita en el hombre nuevo. Vengo buscando un ideal y un mundo sin clase que se pueda levantar.
Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros. Vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones. Vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida al punto de partida. Vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida. Vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo.
Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo en busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno. Vengo buscando un ideal de un mundo sin clase que se pueda levantar. Vengo con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo.
boy, hot gossip, the man to read. County poor folks waiting on a trickle with your hands out. I gotta laugh at you and call it luck because it wasn't due to you. Don't mean I ain't paying dues. A stupid. I'm on your mind for reaching things that you can't. Just know I'm doing something you ain't. Simple and plain.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now, you slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning.
I gotta hold down the city. I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come
I gotta
from.
hold a city down. Anyhow, they gon' have to really bow. Totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 thou. I could conquer any style. Victory is in me now. My time is now. Who said it was later? It comes natural. I got a competitive nature. Look at them guys when I'm coming. They be hot and I'm hunting. Luckily they been ducking me. You see lots of them running. Challenges, I embarrass them. They a dime in a dozen. Full of fire just like a dragon straight out of the dungeon. I'm just rising above it. You just lied to the public. I serve a purpose. You nervous with butterflies in your stomach. Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work. He ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is. HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is.
Wherever I go, my homies come too. I love my squad. We up in this thing, love with it. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Make your lady back up in this, hop up in the six, and you should ignore these rappers, man. They say anything. Call me Susie Piggy Bank. I got plenty change. She rep HBK the over everything. Married to the game with the wedding rag. Everybody try to duplicate. We just innovate. Young and making plenty cake. Get my straight. I'm a heartbreak vet. Being broke, what I can't accept. I'ma hold it down to the death. No Reeboks, cause it's all about.
Today on 2K TV, we have Stanley Johnson.
I want to go deep in the playoffs this year.
So if you in the way, I'll run you over.
And
That's real. I don't know about y'all, but I got my respect. And that's real.